So the typography t-shirt videos have been very, very well received. You guys seem to love the idea of taking a bunch of type-based t-shirts, breaking them down and kind of recreating them one by one, finding similar fonts and doing the text transformations that allow you to achieve this style. Well, today I thought it'd be cool to just do that same thing with hats. Hats are just as popular as t-shirts. I mean, people wear hats. I'm wearing a hat. In fact, I recently launched a clothing brand called On Time Studio, or OT Studio. You can go check it out if you want. But this hat design I actually made in Kittl. So just to debunk the you can't start a non-POD clothing brand in Kittl, well, there you go. It's been done. So let's jump into some of these hat designs and break them down together. So I've got a Kittl project open with 8 different designs. I just took these from Pinterest. This is where I find most of my inspiration, and we're just gonna break these down together. In the last videos, I kind of ranked them from easiest to most difficult. This one, I didn't do that, but I guess we could tackle them in that order. So looking at this is definitely the most simple one, and I honestly see this a lot. This is very, very trendy style, is basically just find a serif font. Instrument serif would be perfect for this. I mean, if you told me that was instrument serif, I would probably believe you. It might actually be. I think it's just instrument serif I think it literally is just instrument serif with a slight stroke, or like it looks puffy like that because it's a puff, a raised embroidery feel. So this one says marriage material. I'm gonna make this one say husband material because I'm getting married in October, so it seems pretty on brand. Husband material. And look at that, it's about the same length, which kind of achieves this like 2-line block style. We're gonna close that line height. Boom. And that's perfect. If I wanted to, I could add a little text shading on there. I like to go to this third option. If you've seen my videos before, you know I do this a lot, and add a little bit of an outline width to beef that up some. Boom. So that would be that hat design done in a GIF. Very, very cool. I 100% would get that embroidered, and I actually have a bunch of blank hats in my room that I could get that embroidered on. Sometimes the digitization fee for embroidery is kind of high depending on where you go. So sometimes it makes it not worth it to do like just one, because if you're doing like a print on demand place, their scope of what they can embroider is kind of small. Sometimes they can't do like the whole front. Like I had to go to a local print shop to do this. Like I definitely couldn't do this POD because I needed it to be like the whole front of the hat. Okay, on to the next one. Let's do this one right here. So we have been adding fonts like this, like crazy. There are so many fonts. I'm getting a text. Someone just placed an order. That's super, super duper awesome. I get that little Shopify notification. That's really cool. Text. There's so many fonts being added that like at this point, I won't even know where to start. But going to the serif category, since this is a serif font, is a good start. And what I like to do, this might be helpful to help maybe not one-to-one identify fonts, but find something that's similar, is I like to actually type out the word that is the font that I'm trying to find, so that when I go through and I click on different fonts, I can see what it looks like how close it is. This is definitely the same kind of vibe with that G. It's a little too tall. So I'm gonna scroll through these and see if I can find one that is close. I'm not gonna use this, but that is a very, very cool font, 100%. I'm going to use that on an On Time Studio related product. So I think I've decided on Butler. It's definitely not the same, but it is close. It's close enough for me. I think I'm gonna do bold. And what I would kind of like to do is get the letter spacing a little more tight together, maybe even more so. Starting to touch there. Yeah, and then I'm also going to stretch this out because I want it to be a little taller. I am not opposed to stretching fonts. Like, I'll find a font that is like the exact vibe that I want, but it's just a hair not tall enough. Like, I'm gonna stretch it. Like, don't tell me not to stretch fonts. Like, if I find a font that is exactly the same vibe as what I want, but it's just slightly not tall enough, I'm gonna stretch it. And I would encourage you to do the same thing. So we're gonna add looks like we got a script going on here. Something this also looks very Pinion script-esque. Cow, girl. It's definitely not the same. It's a similar vibe, but I'm going to scroll through the different fonts we have. It's already pretty close, but I'm gonna scroll through the different fonts we have and see if I can find something that's closer. Herr von Muellerhoff is pretty close. Might need to beef it up a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Herr von Muellerhoff for this one. And this is Champagne Cowgirl. So I'm gonna go Cocktail Cowboy. Now I do like the way, so this since it's less words, it's stretched it higher, so I'm gonna need to bring this back down some because it's filling the box. Actually, let's just get rid of this transformation so we can see it normal. And so like there are a couple things that are different here, like the ligature of the G comes down and that fills that space really well for the L to pop up, but the Y pops down here. So it's really just like you have to see what you value in terms of it filling the space to manipulate what you want to do different wording wise. I might squish this down some because I don't like how much vertical space that's filling. See, I like something like that a little better. Yeah, I definitely like that better. And then I would center these up. And see, like the ligature of the C is coming so far over that it forces it off balance optically. So I'm gonna nudge it just a little bit to the left and then group these together and center that up. Cool, on to the next one. Now this one is gonna be super easy. Literally for this, I would just do Pinion script. If I could type in my actual font box, Pinion script. And for I'll just put my own brand stuff in here, on time studio, just to have the text of it. And I need to add a little bit of shading to this just to beef it up just a hair. Something like that. And then I'm also going to stretch this up just a tad, make it a little bit taller. Maybe not that much, meet in the middle somewhere. Yeah, something like that. Looks good. Then I think I'm just gonna use Roboto. Maybe bold might be fine. I'm gonna try medium. No, medium's definitely not good enough. And we can do, I'll just do the tagline. God, never late. I might literally use this for my actual brand. I might get this printed. I think it's gonna be kind of sick. So we space out that text a little bit, maybe a little less. And then we need to size that way down. Ooh, that's very small. And then we're gonna get a little circle transformation going, and we're just gonna make that bigger. So if I make the circle smaller, it makes that curve really harsh, but if I expand the circle, it makes it more arced out and less circular. I might go, okay, not 445. And then less on the letter spacing, 340. Yeah, that looks good. I do like that a lot. I'm going to copy and paste this down, just get rid of the text transformation, and then do EST 2024. And then it looks like that is a little bit closed letter spacing and smaller. So we could do that, bring this up some. I have seen this trend where people put stuff like upside down. I don't super love it, but it does look cool. This needs to be smaller. So all the tweaks, everything gets tweaked as you make it. And I'm gonna change this to 300, not 1,000, 300. There we go, 40. And I think something like that looks really great. Same similar vibe. group it, center it, and call it done. That's another great layout, is just a script with a little art text and then something underneath it. Let's go on to the next one. Let's do this one right here. Now this one, 100% is gonna be instrument serif. New York, 100% the vibe. That one might be slightly thinner or taller, or maybe it could just be that the letter spacing is more closed. It is definitely a different font because the R curves up like that, but this is a very similar vibe font. So I'm gonna use this. I do not have show pen script. Let's do Pinion script again. I think that's probably the closest to that 90s athletic vibe. And we'll do Kittl Club. Boom. And it looks like we got like a little color going on here. So just go in here, bop. And then this is, let me change the canvas of this to like a tan. You know what, let me just use the color dropper. Seems a little dark. Go like there. Then white, maybe it does need to be darker. Yeah, something like that. And then it's just got an italic, smaller version of this. And I'll do New York City, new. So redundant. Size that down. Italic, and it's a little beefier, so I'm going to add that text shading like you've seen me do before here. Boop, and make that smaller. Let's size this guy up. A little smaller down here. And it might need to be slightly stubbier. Again, I'm not against stretching some fonts. And I think I'm gonna call that done. Center that all up. And that is that design done. On to the next one. Let's do this one. Looks like we just got like a nice, trendy, kind of rounded serif font, yeah. So we can go with something like, that's close. Let's do this. This is definitely, and we can do, I don't know, something funny and relatable. We can do Monday morning. Close that letter spacing up. It's probably a contributing factor to why the thing that you like looks the way that it does. Yeah, get that closed up. Needs to be a little taller. Yeah, see, this is the thing. Like, I would 100% rather stretch a font than spend an extra 30 minutes trying to find something that's like 2% closer. So I'm gonna go Monday morning. And it looks like we need to get like more of a thick, like pinned, almost like a Procreate brush kind of script, a brush script going on here. Let's see. But it looks mostly monolined. See what this looks like. Yeah, that's not close enough. It's also too tall. So let's see. That's definitely slightly closer in style. Honestly, I like this. I'm gonna go with this. It gives me that like luxury brush script vibe. And then I'm just gonna put something every single week and make that a little smaller. Something like that matches that vibe for me, for sure. So group those up, center that, size it up. These are winners. These are nice designs. Let's do something like this. I definitely think that we have a font similar to that in Kittl. Now let's find a nice sans serif font for this. I think we can use something like Archivo for that. Let's just do something arbitrary. Design, house. I do like a little bit wider nature of that. And then we're gonna get a circle text transformation on that going. I think that needs to be spaced out just a hair, maybe a little more. And then up one weight, so medium. Yeah, let's do something like that. Typography enthusiasts. Typography enthusiasts club. Make that like that. We need to close that line height. You see that right here, it's close together, so don't miss that. You like the way that it is because it is the way that it is. So if you want to get something that's similar, you have to make it similar in multiple regards. So it goes like something like that, maybe slightly smaller so we can nudge it up in there. And then let's just copy this and go ahead and do 20. Let's close this box. Need something a little stubbier. Let's try Hewitt Sands. Maybe it's not as stubby as I need. Yeah, Basement Grotesque might do it because it needs to be smaller. Something like that. Boom, 20, 24. Group those guys, center that up. Make sure all of this is centered, actually, that'll help. And now we need a nice little script font. Let's do Berlin. Actually, let's hit it with the Raleigh. Raleigh, NC. And now we'll find a nice script for this. That's actually pretty close. Adventurer is definitely close. I honestly might do that just to save time. That's also a fair point, is like sometimes you could find a font that is 3% closer, but you spent 30 minutes trying to find that design or trying to find that font just to make it 3% closer. So it's kind of like you have to weigh, is that really worth it to you? It's not worth it to me, because I think that this font also achieves what I'm trying to go for. Something like that. Make sure all of that is centered up. I might get that a little bigger. Yeah, something like that. I like that. We'll group that up. Boop. And we could call that done for sure. Actually, I might, let's see. I want it to be a little more circular. Something like that. I feel a little bit better about something like that. Yeah, that's it right there. Boop, center that up and call it done. Sometimes you just gotta center it up, call it done, call it a day. All right, two more. This one, peachy. I think we have a font that's very close to that. Definitely not that. It's not that. No, I literally just tried that. It's close. It's almost like a kitschy script. Like honestly, not the best font. Like it doesn't scream like high quality font to me. Yeah, let's use this. This is the same vibe. I might need to stretch it a little bit. And let's just do a different fruit. Are peaches fruits? I think they have a seed, one big seed. And then lemons, fruit, club. That needs to be spaced out a bit. We could put that down here. It needs to be up one weight because it's like just slightly beefier. Then we need something to put around that. To put that in. And I don't want to do this pill shape. I think it's overdone. I want to do this. So I'm going to put that here. Make it a little stubbier. Yeah, that's cool. And then we'll grab that, pull that up, and make sure that those guys are centered. And then we need a little text up there. I think it might be the same script. And I'll just do join the club. And it looks like it's on a slight angle. And then we need like an underline. Okay, let's type in scribble. Sometimes you have to be a little more specific. Yep. Let's make this bigger so that this can be centered. And I'm going to do something like that. Honestly, I don't love it. I'm just not gonna do that. I don't love this on this hat to begin with, but I do like this. So what I need to do is, what is this, a green hat? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make the color green, and then for our actual design, we need to have an oval that is this color, this like off-white color. Back. And then we need another one that's green. We can size that to fit within. Two back, needs to be sized up just a hair. Center those guys. And then another one that is this off-white color. That's a lot of layers. Goodness. Yeah, we'll size this down. Something like that. And then we'll go backwards, backwards. And then all of this needs to change to green. See, I wasn't sure about it, and now I do like it. I might actually put a slight tilt on that so it looks more dynamic. Make this slightly smaller. Bring it down. And I do like that. That definitely completes, all I'm going for is vibe, like look and feel. Like that accomplishes the look and feel of that hat for me. Okay, this is the kicker. This is the kicker. This is the most detailed one. So we just need a nice serif font. Not too tall, not too stubby. Let's see, Trinity Champs. It reminds me of pickleball, so we're gonna go pickle. And again, all I'm going for is vibe. I'm not trying to match exact fonts here. Sometimes that can be a waste of time. So I'm gonna put this on that slight curve. Space those letters out slightly. It just needs to be an ever so slight curve, like not almost none, just a little bit. Like that. And then we're gonna go with a box down here, because we're gonna go boop, remove that transformation, and then pickleball champions. Change that text color to white. And then instead of trying to match that to this, I'm just gonna bring that to that. I like that, I like that. Change this to black. We can get this that green. Get our canvas to be that off-white. That nice off-white. Sometimes it's hard for me to see that a design is gonna look good until like it's almost done. So you can't just abandon it right off the bat. I wonder, does this have a serif? An italic? No, it does not. So we need a little italic font. Let's see, no. It actually does look kind of cool. I like that. It's kind of sporty. Yeah, this is definitely the vibe. That's just crimson text, italic. Very nice, very nice. And we need to close that letter spacing up real nice and tight. maybe even more. Yeah, something like that. Yep, it's coming together. Now we need to get that purple. Yeah, something like that. That's nice. Maybe something like this. Now we need, let me see, pickleball. Nice little pickleball paddle. So we could get rid of this, boop, maybe not. Bop, yep, green, blue, and then up that border weight. Just something like that. Boop. Flip horizontal. Get the paddles like that. That's sick. Like that. And then we just need a little pickleball. Look at that. Look at a little pickleball. Let's get rid of that and that and that. Keep this and add just a fat border to it because it's gonna need to be somewhat printable. And then we can get this to be that nice golden color. Heck yeah, dude. And then it looks like this is white on the hat. Nice. Yeah, I think that would print out very, very nice. I would 100% wear that. All right. Well, that is 8 hat designs. There you go. There you have it. What more do you need? If you want me to do another video breaking down different hat designs, like the fonts used, the structure and whatnot, please comment down below which one of these designs is your favorite in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me know. Just comment your favorite number, maybe even tell me why. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the Kittl YouTube channel. Leave a like and a comment below. Again, comment your favorite. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.